Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing out there in the world of the internet? This is Iron Kaiser Gaming, and in today's stream, we're going to be checking out 3 games from T90's Titans Community Cup. Here, let me really quickly send out some messages. Just let people know we're streaming. Really quickly, I'm going to go to the town crier here. Alright. Streaming some T90 Community Cup games featuring our very own at. Sweet. So, here's my plan. T90 has right now, he's got a T90's Titans League Community Cup going on, where people of all skill levels are able to come together and play in a pro game-like format, right? So what I've decided to do as part of Iron Kaiser Gaming is follow along with the adventures of one of the members of the Iron Kaiser Gaming community, part of my Discord, Tenfingertom, who longtime fans of the channel may recognize is actually one of the, if I remember correctly, he was the guy that knocked me out of my very first, my very first community game experience. So I'm going to be tracking along with his adventures, and you know, hopefully he makes it past the group stage before finally, you know, battling it out for the championship spot in his bracket. Either way, my plan, my hope is to eventually follow along and cast all of the games, well, not all the games in the bracket, but follow along Tom's adventures until eventually, if he gets knocked out, I'll just follow whoever beat him until finally we get to the championship in his league. Before we get started, I'll say one more thing and then we'll dive right into the games. Well, actually 2 things. First of all, hi to everyone and anyone out there watching. Welcome to Iron Kaiser Gaming. Consider, if you like what you see, let me know. Reach out in the chat box. Just let me know that you're enjoying the show. Consider liking the video on YouTube, subscribing over there, or following me on Twitch. I would really appreciate that from you guys. The only other thing is make sure, especially that you're following me on Twitch, because what I'm planning on doing is some of these casts will be simulcast between YouTube and Twitch, like this one is. You can watch this on YouTube or on Twitch, but some of them will be exclusive to the Iron Kaiser Gaming Twitch channel. So if you want to see all the action here in Age of Empires 2, you've got to make sure that you're following me on my Twitch channel at Iron Kaiser Gaming over at Twitch. All right, with that out of the way, I don't think there's anything more to dive into. This is a play all 3. We're in the group stage, so neither player is going to be getting eliminated here. Actually, really quickly, let's go over to, before we get started, I always like to do this part first. Here we go. This is the map. The maps we're going to be looking at today. We're starting off on Shoals. Looks like we'll get some water action. Then Evacuation is Tom's pick, and Ghostwriter, his opponent, will be playing Kilimanjaro. So this should be a really exciting battle. And when we look at the Civ picks, let's see, we have Saracens, Mayans, Portuguese, Koreans, and Goths for Tom. Ghostwriter has Romans, Vietnamese, Hindustanis, Khmer, and Gujara. Hey! Hey man, hey guys, welcome to the stream. We are about to dive into some games, so you guys showed up just in time. Let's see here. I'm gonna guess for Shoals, we probably are gonna get. I'm gonna guess maybe. I'm gonna guess maybe Saracens versus Khmer, maybe for Shoals. And then for Evacuation, it's going to be Portuguese versus, I don't know, Vietnamese? I'm trying to think. Not a strong water civ there. And then for Kilimanjaro, that could be anything. I'm going to guess maybe Mayans versus Hindustanis. We'll see if I'm right. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Setting up Capture Age right now, and we are going to load up Game 1. Let's go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 1. Ghostwriter in the teal, playing as the Vietnamese, up against Tenfingertom in the green, playing as the Saracens. Okay, interesting picks. I did not have either of these civilizations for shoals, so I'm really curious to see how this plays out. You will notice there's a thin land path here through the waters. There's kind of some naval options available. They should take advantage of that if they want early access to some really strong food sources. I would be shocked if either player just avoids the water. We've seen in the pro games, everybody's taking advantage of the water, right? And the Saracens, I'm realizing, are a good pick here because they do get bonuses to their galleys. Nice. Well done. Okay. Other than the kind of the land option here with a relic in the middle, we have some interesting that the gold is kind of exposed for both players, right? A little bit of gold out here on the side, and that's, if you're not careful, it'd be very easy to get pushed off of your gold. If you get pushed off of your gold, good luck fighting in the Castle Age. Good luck getting up to Castle Age without any gold. So be sure to check out that action there. Otherwise, we have some clusters of gold here on the east and west sides of the map. This is an area where I see a lot of vulnerable key choke points on the map, right? Gold is not spread out everywhere. Stone, for that matter, not spread out everywhere. You've got one spot of stone, which poor Ghostwriter, it's like stuck behind his wood line. I'll be surprised if we actually see this get used at all. For Tom, it's a little more accessible right here. But both players are going to have a hard time. I could see a lot of feudal pressure being very effective here. Early game looks pretty standard. I wonder why Ghostwriter picked Vietnamese here. It will be helpful, of course. If the game goes late, I'd say the Rattan Archers are a really solid, unique unit. They would be very good against the Saracens if the Saracens choose to go archers. Of course, Rattan Archers are really good. That extra pierce armor really will shut down archer play. But then also, they're pretty good archers too. And just archers tend to be good against camels. So if the Saracen player wants to go camels, I think that's a really good pick too. But the Saracens are good generalist, a good generalist civilization. Great timing attack, of course, with the market upgrade available to him. The market, the better market resources, right? As well as that upgrade to the Navy. And we do see a dock out. Both players have a dock. Fishing ship number 1 is out for Vietnam. For Arabia, for the Saracen player, it is almost there. A slight eco lead here for Ghostwriter. A combination, I think, of getting the dock up and running a little faster, and also Tom picking up a little bit of idle TC time. Nothing crazy, but a little bit. I'm going to check in really quickly. While we're in the early game here, I just want to double check to make sure everything is excellent. Everything is running perfectly. Ghostwriter versus Tom. 20. So interesting. Both players here. We've got 23 pop for Ghostwriter, 20 pop for Tom. Neither, but actually Tom is about to go up to age 2. He will be the first up to age 2, and that makes me wonder, are we going to see feudal pressure? Or will he be using the Saracen market bonus, perhaps, to get up to a very fast castle age? Transitioning more vills onto wood makes me think he wants to get some buildings up, but I don't know whether those buildings are going to be the market and the blacksmith for fast feudal or fast castle, or whether he wants to get up a barracks. Oh, a little bit of dancing there for the the Woodvilles. I will be surprised. Think about Vietnam. The Rattan Archer is sort of what's in my mind. Elephants we could possibly see. I don't think we're going to see a lot of elephants here. I just think, especially going into a camel civ like the Saracens, I think that's a bad idea. But what I could also see, Vietnam do get extra HP on their archer range units. And what I think is the right move here is I would like to see some sort of feudal play, some feudal aggression, pushing villagers off of gold. 3 vills on gold, that tells me that Ghostwriter wants to go up to Castle Age. On his part, Tom, with his 3 vills on gold, same thing. This does not strike me as the kind of play you'd want to make if you're trying to go feudal, which I think is perhaps a missed opportunity. I think if you went up, you could have gone up faster, like a 19 pop scout rush or something. You get those scouts out and you just choke your opponent off of gold. You could use that really effectively. Excuse me. Scout Cav under attack here. Of course, if we take a look at their scouting, Ghostwriter doesn't really see Tom's map, so he would not know about the vulnerabilities available in Tom's base. And then for his part, Tom likewise is only just now seeing the gold camp. So, they're not really recognizing that opportunity, which kind of makes sense. I mean, they were luring in deer and doing other things with the scouts. So both of them, I would expect, are going to... Oh, wait a minute. Hey. I take it back. They are playing feudal aggression, but the game they're playing is for the water. Knocking out your opponent's fishing eco. That's a big deal. And with the Saracens, they do get a water bonus. If I'm remembering correctly, their galleys, their ships do... What is it? I want to say it's +1 attack, but I might be wrong about that. They fire faster, that's what it is. Saracen galleys fire faster. So, in a straight fight, this is a fight that the Saracens should win, and if he's able to shut down the food eco, that could be huge. That could be Tom getting up to Castle Age a lot faster. He only has 6 vills on food compared to Ghostwriter's 14. Oh my goodness, and the fishing ships just left. Sacrificed at the altar there. Oh, that stings. And it's the man, the myth, the legend himself, Tenfingertom, in the Iron Kaiser Gaming Twitch chat. Tom, I'm doing very well. How are you doing today? No spoilers. I don't know anything about these games. I'm experiencing them in real time. And I will spare you no mercy. Even though you are in the chat. I'm joking, of course. Let's see here. So Ghostwriter still has a little bit of an eco lead. If we take a look at resources gathered, it's about 500 resources different. Perhaps the minute of idle TC time has a little part to play in that. What I'm really curious to see, when will we see the Saracen market? It would not surprise me. It's not the only way you have to play the Saracens, but it is one of their more unique elements. And seeing as we're going to have an overflow of gold, if the objective is to get to the Castle Age quickly, I'm expecting to see some market play sooner rather than later. We'll see. Grill me, says Tom. Yeah, you got it. I don't remember. In fact, can you tell me, Tom, what is your elo like you and Ghostwriter in this bracket? I didn't look it up, but I seem to remember you're higher than I am. So definitely, I'm coming in with some humility here as we cast. That you guys rock. Let's just put it that way. My mantra, my motto when it comes to casting tournament games is you're always a winner just for putting yourself out there. I don't care whether you're 300 elo or 3,000 elo. It takes some guts to go out here. Let's see. 1,400? Yeah. Yeah, I think my highest is like 1340, something like that. So, yeah. All right. Great job, by the way. The eco kills, not only was this good, I think this was necessary to kind of even things out. Because even now, Ghostwriter has a 4-vil lead. The resources collected, it does seem to be shrinking a little bit here. We've gone down from about 500 down to 400 advantage to Ghostwriter. Tom up to the Castle Age. And it makes me wonder, what kind of action are we going to see here from our Saracen player? Is that a hole? Is there a hole there? No, that's not a hole. Surely not. Surely not. Okay. So what is this? We have 13 versus 11. I do wonder, when you get up to Castle Age, there's that moment where you have an advantage. Are you going to use that to just dominate the water, to kind of secure your water position? Or will we be seeing some kind of land aggression? Right now, we've got a blacksmith, but no techs other than that archery tech. We don't have a stable, we don't have an archery range, so land pressure right now is a little bit iffy. The water belongs to the Saracens. Well done. Population, the pop has swung over in advantage of our Saracen player. A 10-vil lead right now for Vietnam, but that's partly because the tech up. Tom is there, basically. There it is. Ghostwriter on the way there. You know what's funny is I'm almost positive. Ghostwriter is another... I'm pretty sure I've played against him too in a past tournament life. So this really is a matchup of old Iron Kaiser Gaming opponents. Okay, what is the game plan now? We see War Galley on the way, Bodcanera on the way. I would propose to you that I think this is a mistake. At this point, Tom Green, the Saracen player here, he owns the water. And we, of course, have a bird's eye, God's eye sort of view of things. But, Ghostwriter's not really combating that at all. So I think any further investment in the galleys probably not that big a deal. I would much rather see those resources put into something on the land. Of course, we could use the water aggression to maybe knock a hole in the palisade wall or something, and I don't know. We at least got the scout killed. That's big. Okay, Saracens are up to 41 vils, so only 3 vils down from Vietnam. The Vietnamese are now in the Castle Age, and they have the double archery range. Cav archers on the way out. Oh, I like it. All right. 3 town centers for the Saracens, 3 TCs coming up for Vietnam, and a monk. Is the game plan here to grab the relic? I have to assume so. 1, 2... Wow, there are a lot of relics on shoals. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Right here I realize now that I have fletching and I have better galleys, so I took the fight. Yep. I think that was earlier in that fight with the Vietnamese. Yeah. That's good. The water's yours. Which means all of this food. Remember, like each one of these, 225 food a pop. 3,000 food in this lake. Free. Now that you've secured the lake. But I do like from Ghostwriter that he has land aggression. It looks like he might even be swinging wide and going for a raid of some kind. Where's our monk? Where is that monk? No, not you. You. Yep, on his way to collect more relics. So many, even at the pro level, so many of these games I've seen, get 1 on the basis of who takes the time to collect the relics. So that's definitely a really nice pickup there. Ghostwriter sitting on about 1,300 resources more collected. So there's a resource advantage, but he's yet to maybe take that and transform it into pressure on the map, advantage on the map. 6 Cav Archers. Will they be able to break in? I don't see anything that Tom has at home. This is a good move. Especially with, let's see. He's got fletching. He doesn't have bracer. I wish he had bracer. But let's see how long it takes him to break into this wall. Kaiser with the timing, as I added dog, yes. Oh, the forward castle. Yes. Oh, nice. Okay. Definitely the pressure now is on for Ghostwriter. I suppose that he's somewhat lucky in that not really a lot that's being covered by that castle. As in, there aren't gold piles being shut down. Even farms aren't. I think there were maybe a couple of farms that have since been moved over. He's going to try to keep you out. But, of course, that castle is an amazing staging point for Tom to try to break in and end game 1 in his favor. Our Cav Archers are back to maybe try to shut down any sort of land aggression coming out of that castle. I wonder if we'll see Mameluke. That would be cool. Imperial Age on the way. Ghostwriter is nowhere near Imp. He is focusing in on that Eco Boom. He's got nearly 80 Vils to Tom's 63. But Tom will have the tech advantage, providing an incredible opportunity. A timing attack. We could end the game here. I'm seeing some indecision from these cavalry archers. Do you want to go forward and try to get kills? Or do you want to stay at home and play defense? You can't do both. And now an archery range. See, that's the... I understand the impulse to go back. It's not... I'm not even saying it's the wrong call, but you gotta pick one or the other. No, not that... What are you doing? No. You gotta shut this down and break through. I think we're giving Tom enough time to maybe get out some skirmishers and possibly close this off before that attack even starts. Do we see any Mamelukes? I don't see a Mameluke yet. This little side base here from Tom is just chugging along nicely. Same thing going on for Ghostwriter now. I like the castle. Does he know about the... He does not know about the town center. Well, but he does know... Okay, he sees the mining camp. If only that castle went a little further. Oh well. We are seeing a trebuchet come out almost immediately. What is the goal for the Siege Workshop? You got the mangonel? Yeah. Makes sense. By the way, the much faster Imperial Age for a Saracen player, you have to put that on the back of the fishing eco, right? I mean, that's one of the fastest ways you collect food in this game. Getting up to Imp, I don't think that happens if they're still fighting over the water or if Vietnam takes it, so... That's how advantages snowball in this game. Well done. Trebuchet coming out, knocking down this castle. I wonder which comes first. Does Vietnam get to the Imperial Age, or does this castle go down? There are 7 Vils on stone for Vietnam, but all of that stone is going into repairing the castle. A second Trebuchet is out. Bosaw on the way. An amazing hidden Cav Archer there. You gotta love it. This is an amazing game because there has been very little unit fighting. We've not seen archers versus knights or skirmishers or whatever. It's pretty much been just positional use of castles. And I think this castle will go down, I think, before... No, Imp will come up first, but it won't get utilized. The Imp Town Center went down! Oh no! Oh no! He had 2 seconds left on the town center and it goes down. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, game 1 goes to Tenfingertom. I wonder if I could do a... Here, let me do like a little... Enable the scoreboard. It's not a best of, it's a play all 3. Okay, sweet. And return to the map. And game 1 goes to Tenfingertom. Well done. What TC is the Imp TC? I think, yeah, I believe it was this one over here. The gold town center. Because the other 2 are still standing, right? But, yeah. Well done. Amazing. All right, so that's game 1. Which tells us if we go back to the... Let's go back. I'm going to guess... This is Ghostwriter's map here. Kilimanjaro. I will assume we go to Kilimanjaro next, even though it is play all 3. And with the... Let's see. Saracens get the win, and the Vietnamese get the loss. That means that next... If I'm going to read the picks correctly, Kilimanjaro, it's going to be Mayans versus Hindustanis is what I'm going to guess. Let's see if I'm right. We got to go back to capture here. Yeah. Game 2. Let's do it. Hey, in YouTube chat. Junkbot, hi, welcome to the stream, guys. And General El Brandito, let's go! That's right. Game 2 of the game... What do you want to call this? Game 2 of the first series match between Tenfingertom and Ghostwriter in the T90 Titans League Community Cup. All right, we have Mayans versus Gujaras. I was halfway there. I called the Mayans, but Gujaras as the opponent. An interesting pick. If these players play typically, you'd imagine that the Mayan player will go archers, and he will get countered by the Shravamsha rider of the Gujara. It's a light cavalry unit that does a lot of bonus damage versus archers and has a anti-archer shield. Just a very good anti-archer unit. So nice to have in the back pocket. But maybe Thomas is surprised. Maybe we're going to see Eagle play instead. I don't know. Let's talk about the map a little bit here. A lot like the last map. I would say that this map feels very open. There's a lot of room here for feudal age aggression. And maybe trying to push opponents off of gold or stone and get an advantage very early on. I don't know that that's how it should be played. I don't know that that's how the opponents will play. But it seems like an option in my book. Fortunately, I'll tell you what, because this is a recording, I can kind of fast forward just a little bit here. As we see the early eco, what I'm noticing, our Gujara player, oh, he's only got 2 on wood. 2 on wood, 3 on wood there. But almost everybody's going into more and more food. That tells me scout play. Right? Scouts coming out for the Gujaras as soon as he hits feudal age. I'm just going to go ahead and stake my claim. I'm going to be shocked if we see something other than scouts from Gujara. Meanwhile, Tom with 4 on wood, 11 on food. This seems a little bit more balanced. Nobody's on gold yet. Ghostwriter almost up to feudal. Oh, Tom's not there yet. There we go. Tom is just starting at the same time. And what do we have? All right, I totally misread it. We have archers coming out for our Gujata player, which I think civ-wise makes sense to me. Nah, I'd go scouts. I'd be going scouts. If I were in Ghostwriter's shoes, and I'm not saying that he's making the wrong call, I'm just saying if I were him, I would be doing scouts right now. I would think that that is a natural play into a lot of the strengths of our Gujata civ pick. You know, if I want to go camels or Shravamsha or whatever, you know, those scout techs would be very useful there. And the way that he opened, I could have sworn it'd be scouts. But maybe that's why I'm where I'm at in the ladder, and these guys are where they're at in the ladder. I don't know. This map, I didn't know there was only one elephant. Yeah, fair enough. And actually, that might be a part of actually why Ghostwriter, the way that he opened with only 2 on wood, that to me, I'm thinking that has to be scouts. Maybe he was under the same thought process. He's thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go scouts, and then realized, oh wait a minute, I'm missing an elephant, and made the switch over into archers from there. Let's see, a villager under attack. Oh, wait a minute. We have... This is cool. 1 militia and an eagle. That's amazing. That is so good. And what's happening here, this isn't, you know... This isn't about getting Vil kills. Although we do see now 2 villagers have come forward. This is dangerous. Tom is running at a minute and 20 seconds of idle TC time compared to Ghostwriter's 9 seconds. So he's down in the Vil count. Down in the resource count, about 500 resources, which at the 12-minute mark is pretty huge. Oh, I'm trying to get up this tower. It doesn't. Wait a minute. Oh, a little. Is that a misplay from the archers here? This Eagle Scout putting in the work. Boom, 1 down, another down. Okay. We're back up and running. I kind of thought that might actually be the end of it there, but no. Well done. Okay, so this first tower shuts down the fruits, the berry bushes here. It also shuts down the stone, but more importantly here, it is ending. Oh my goodness. Great job evacuating the goats. Good move to switch that over. But, nevertheless, the bushes are down. And that will somewhat slow Ghostwriter's early eco here. Another archer down for the Gujata. Our Mayan player just doing a great job putting on early pressure in the feudal age. This is what I was talking about. I think that the resources on this map, they feel open and vulnerable in a way that really invites early feudal aggression. Sweet stuff. As we're watching the stream, because I've got a couple of people in chat. First of all, hey guys, everybody watching, I hope you're enjoying the show. Please be sure to let me know, say hi in chat. Let me know that you're out there, because I love hearing from you guys. I love interacting with y'all. Also, make sure that you have liked the video and subscribed on YouTube, and especially that you're following me on Twitch at Iron Kaiser Gaming here at Twitch, because in the future, games that I cast in this series, many of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, are going to be exclusive to Twitch. So make sure that you are tracking along over at Twitch. House up and running. I don't know why I'm casting that. Ghostwriter was pop capped for a little bit there, but he fixed it. Right now, if we're looking at the population counts, there is a 6-pop lead for Ghostwriter. He's got a resource lead of 1,000 resources. Okay, like 900 resources. That's a really good place. That's where you want to be. The only exception here is that right now the pressure is being put on him by Tom. And sometimes That's all you need. We saw in the last game, Ghostwriter had the resource advantage for a long time, but he wasn't able to translate that into, you know, a win, right? Just the pressure and the momentum was claimed by Tom, and he didn't let it go. Interesting to see. Ghostwriter is absolutely going to be the first up to Castle Age. It's going to be any second now. Any second now. Castle Age is coming up. Tom, nowhere near Castle Age. He's got one Vil. Can I, like, zoom over there? No, I can't. He's got one Vil on food. So that's not happening. It's all about the feudal play. I do wonder. I wonder if Tom can do enough damage here in the feudal age before Castle comes up. I have to assume Tenfingertom. I'm a little surprised, too, that we haven't seen more skirmishers from our Vietnamese player. I'm sorry, our Gajara player. I think some misplay here on a micro level. Ghostwriter seems to move the archers in, and maybe focusing so much on the Vils and trying to keep the tower from going up, which I understand. But I think he had an opportunity to actually clean up the archers, and then... Oh, speaking of micro misplays, wait a minute. Yeah, oh, that stings. That stings. That's exactly what Ghostwriter needed. And now there's a moment of vulnerability here, perhaps. Do we see a stable? No stable. And Ghostwriter, he's sitting on... Yeah, not... He doesn't have the wood to make that transition. He can't build a stable yet. Forward archers from blue. Yeah, you know what I'm not noticing? Yeah, this whole time. Thanks, chat. Thank you. I love this play. I was so fixated on the defense and you know, that side of things, as we do see a defensive tower coming up from Ghostwriter. This is a good tower that will ensure he can get the wood up for some tech switches. But I love the idea of saying, hey, if you're not able to defend your heart's content, or sometimes the best defense is a good offense, he should get a bunch of ill kills here. Right now, he's got an 11 villager lead, 12 villager lead, 13, 14. Ah! Yeah, this is tough. I think this is maybe a mistake here, going on the offense like this. This is just throwing all these vills away. It makes me wonder if Tom is not maybe throwing in the towel, perhaps, at this point. Or just getting frustrated, I don't know, but I would be retreating back to town center. Right now, about 1,500 more resources collected for the Gajara player. I would like to see some kind of melee unit built to come in, knock down these towers, clean this up. Again, Tenfingertom, I think, would be a great pick here. And from there, end the game. But it's working for him right now is just stay on archers. Big mistake not making military buildings at home. Yeah, I think that's what you're trying to fix right here, perhaps. Although barracks, well, a barracks isn't really the building of choice, is it? Oh, now what am I thinking? Mayans, Eagle Scouts, yeah. Eagles is a good pick here. And this would be an even better pick after the April patch, when Eagle Scouts will train faster in the feudal age. So, not a bad choice. They do train much slower than the Eagle Warrior does. I do think if those archer ranges were at home, though, getting out some skirmishers would be even better. Oh, this tower does not go up in time, and that means these villagers have to flee for their lives. Good job sort of blocking out your escape route. The GG is called. Okay, we have a series here. That was a much smoother game for Ghostwriter here in game 2. In both games, I like how I love the way Tom plays. I really enjoy going for the aggression, trying to set the tempo early. Ghostwriter has been the more eco-focused player. And kind of in a situation where if the game is allowed to go late, if he were able to just play passively, he'd be in the better spot. But Tom takes the initiative in game one, really was able to accomplish a great win there. Kind of upending the flow of the game to his advantage. Game two, though, wasn't quite able to deliver that damage. Ghostwriter was able to play on defense better, was able to counterattack very effectively. We see down here, 17 Bills killed. Unbelievable. Really well played. And yeah, so Ghostwriter did a very good job here in game two. It makes me wonder if we go back to, let me switch back to our draft here. Okay. We're going to evacuation, the final map of our pick all, play all three. Let's see. The Mayans lost. The Gujaras won. On evacuation, I'm thinking the Koreans have the turtle ship, but are you really going to be contesting the water that late in the game? I feel like by the time turtle ships come online, you're already off water and fighting on the land. I'm going to guess Goths for that hunt bonus primarily. Goths versus Khmer. Because the Khmer do get some fishing bonuses, and I think the water will make a lot of sense there. Plus, you got the Ballista Elephant, and you have options if you're picking, if you're predicting Goths like I am. Maybe that's what we would expect. Okay, let's go back to Capture Age here. We'll boot up our third and final game. Let's do this thing. Game number 3. Ghostwriter not playing as the Goths. Well, actually, Tom not playing as the Goths. He's playing as the Koreans. Up against Ghostwriter playing as the Romans. This should be a fun matchup. I enjoy watching both of these civs go to work. So this should be a lot of fun. Let me ask Tom, since I have you in chat here, buddy. What were you thinking with the Korean pick? Was it the turtle ship? Was it the idea of maybe you want early archer play and the extra armor on the archers? Kind of what was the thought process here for Koreans? As you're typing that up, I would predict, I don't think it's the turtle ship. That would surprise me. I really think it's probably that armor on the archers. I'm expecting you probably want to get out some sort of archer play here early on and try to maybe get some damage in. Here we go. Get some damage in as your opponent is making his way off the island. Am I right? I went early water control. They have cheaper warships. Is that right? Cheaper warships for Korea? What? I wish I could hover over and see the bonuses. Hold on one second. The Koreans, indeed, their warships cost 20% less wood. You learn something or remember something new every day. So there you go. Okay, the Koreans with the cheaper warships. That does make a lot of sense. Early water control in the feudal age. It helps out with the galleys and things. Yeah, I like that pick a lot. That makes a lot of sense. Meanwhile, Ghostwriter as the Romans. I do wonder with the Roman play. Oops, excuse me. Sorry. With the Roman play, what is he thinking? Galley lines get extra pierce armor. So this should be a battle of the water bonuses in the feudal age for both civs. Evacuating villas have more line of sight. Surely not yet, right? That's not a bonus that they've got right now. That's in the next patch, is that not? Villagers +3 line of sight. Oh, that's gonna be the new team bonus. So that will be the new team bonus in the April patch. And I forgot that was actually a bonus that they still had. Man, Koreans. Like, clearly, I need to just up my knowledge of what the Koreans can bring to the table. I think of the turtle ship, I think of the archer armor bonuses, but stuff like the line of sight, I guess maybe because, you know, I'm normally playing Arabia Arena or something that doesn't show up as often as on a map like this, where I imagine that would be a huge bonus. Docks are online here. We've got our first fishing ship coming out for Ghostwriter. A very aggressive dock coming up for Tenfingertom. Nice. A small eco lead right now for Ghostwriter. And that is actually translating into even better eco gains because one of the Romans' main bonuses, their villagers just generally work 5% faster. They're just a little bit better than everybody else's bills. So that eco bonus is really nice. It does not apply to fishing ships, but deep sea fish is, if I'm not mistaken, the fastest way of collecting food in the game. So that early eco game, really nice. Loom coming up for Korea. I don't think Loom is in yet. No, Loom is coming up there too. Both players now have Loom. All right. Boar 2 on the way here for the Koreans. And Ghostwriter on the way up to the feudal age. Oh, does he have the same plan? Are we going to be seeing early naval aggression from Rome? Yes. Superabimus Mare Nostrum. Okay. The eco lead has sort of been gained by Tom in a certain way. He's going up with extra vills on the field, so this resource gap should tighten up a little bit over the next handful of minutes. A barracks. A barracks. Up and running for Rome. No militia coming out of it. We're going to be seeing some land aggression instead. A second dock coming online. Now this makes me wonder though, like why then would you spend the wood on the barracks? I think that's a mistake. Assuming that you're not trying to double raid land and sea at the same time, which would be difficult. Yeah, don't... Okay, a spearman coming out, I guess that's something, but why not just stay off the barracks and instead just put that wood into getting out naval pressure? I think that's a mistake. Meanwhile, fire galleys coming out right away from dock number 1. Dock 2? Just sort of chilling right now. No gold. Once again, I wonder, is that a mistake? Maybe saving the second dock, you know, until after you have the resources to produce out of both. Still. Oh. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to kind of switch my critique here for Ghostwriter, because clearly he's not going to go for the water pressure. Other than one galley. So you didn't need a second dock for that. Save the wood off the dock, put that into archers. Get that aggression out on land. This is the mangonel bonus at some point, maybe. Duties consistently manages eco better than me. I would say that's, you know, in this matchup, which is a fantastic battle. These have been awesome games. I would say that has been Ghostwriter's strength, is that just looking at whether you're talking about idle TC time or just, you know, the eco management, I'd say Ghostwriter maybe has a little bit of an edge on the economic side of things. But then again, like I said in the last game, I mean, Tom, you've put out some really good aggression, and you do a good job taking control of the tempo of the match. Oh. You do not have the wood to build a lumber camp. So these guys right here, they're going to go walk all the way back to that town center. That means a much slower eco than one might initially believe. Interesting to see the fire galley run away. I suppose that, yeah, it probably is a fight that you can't really win. I love that this galley is just, the fire galley is just staying here waiting to see if maybe he can intercept the retreating fishing ships. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, the water. We're in a lot of trouble here. If we're Rome, this is difficult. But wait, back home. We have one skirmisher and one spearman. Gonna see what kind of trouble they can get into. I'd like to see that scout cavalry in the mix. And once again, this is the second time that I've seen this. No, the third time I've seen this out of Ghostwriter. Seems to get too close into the action with his ranged units. And the villagers clean that up without an issue. Okay, it looks like the water has been surrendered to Tom at this point. Ghostwriter does not want to fight that. I think he's got to go all in on land here. And this is really scary because Tom is almost up to Castle Age. Especially, again, with those fishing ships free to sail the seas to their heart's content. That means that this food should fly off the handle. Ghostwriter having to rebuild his food eco from scratch here as he has lost those different fishing ships. The 2 docks from Tom. Ultimately, I don't... Initially, they didn't really do a whole lot, you know, in the initial push, but since then, they have been used effectively to get out that mass. We did see from Ghostwriter that there was a moment when he used them to get out the 2 galleys, but I think it would have been better served to just build the 1 dock, maybe store up your galleys, eject them all at once. Even now. Alright. Eco does say that Tom has a slight advantage, but if you ignore the fishing ships, just villagers on the map, Ghostwriter has the advantage. Castle Age coming in for Tom. Better trade than against the Archers last game. Yeah. Okay, nice. What do we have here? We got some... Okay, some scout play from Ghostwriter. Trying to clean up these skirms. I kind of like that, but great use of the fire galleys. Able to transition your naval strength into giving yourself a land advantage. That's a really nice combination. If I am Ghostwriter, I will be sweating bullets in about 50 seconds. Once I see the Castle Age has come up, and once I see that I do not have the resources to go to Castle Age, I'm going to feel like I'm in trouble. Ooh. Evacuation is a really fun map. I remember playing some tournament games on there myself, and I really enjoy the dynamics of this map. There's a lot of different ways you can approach it. Do you fight for the water? Do you ignore the water? You know, how quickly do you get onto the mainland? What are you looking for when you get there? If I were in Ghostwriter's shoes, I would have up... Okay, I've got the stables. I would be pumping out a couple of scouts. Partly because skirmishers appear to be the Koreans' game plan right now. But it's a unit that you can start to mass here in the Feudal Age. You upgrade them in the Castle Age, and then go for some counter raids. You need to try to put out some aggression of your own. Oh, this stings. More villagers just trying to make the trek over to the New World. Will he make it? Oh, he does not. He goes down. Wow. That is tough. And now, I'm going to guess what we see is Ghostwriter throw down 2 town centers really fast, or 3 town centers, or not, 1 or 2 town centers rather quickly. And try to boom his way back, which will rely on Tom being passive in order to pull that off. Okay, what do we have here? Knights coming out. A Mangonel. Look at this. Look at this forward base. Not allowing... Oh, no. Oh, no. There's a town center. A great spot for a town center. If it weren't for the siege workshop next door. Oh, no. Okay, do we have... What is this, this scout? Just chillaxing. Okay. Can you, could you have... I think you could maybe have worked to try to get that down. Especially if those other... These guys should swing down. Try to clear this up. Knight on the way. Okay. Good news, we've got a knight. Bad news, he's got 50 HP. But I think together they can probably clean up 2 Feudal Age archers. Oh, the knight dies to the second Mangonel. All right, we're gonna watch this Mangonel put on the pressure. The first Mangonel of Tenfingertom here. Gotta get in this damage. A counter siege workshop coming in, and Ghostwriter definitely playing from behind here. Did you realize at this point in the game, Tom, that you had an advantage? Or to what extent did you feel like you had an advantage here? Because, you know, looking from this point of view, oh, this is a desperation play, but it's a good one. This will probably work. I don't see Tom having anything at home to stop this. I love the combination of the scouts, too. Dude, move these scouts up and get some kills. Be annoying. Okay. 2 Mangonel. A second Mangonel on the way here for Ghostwriter. I like the monk pick. The temptation would be for Ghostwriter to go knights. Another reason, by the way, that massing up scouts on the transition would have been a good call. But love collecting the relics. I don't like this castle. I think that the resources here are sparse. And you'd be better served defending some of this, the new land, the new territory. I don't think you have to fight this necessarily. Back at home, we see mango shots. Go to the trades. Oh, nice ground attack there from Tom. Will we see? Oh no! Ghostwriter takes the advantage. And now these archers, you have got to move with the archers. Move or die. And die is is the call he makes. The GG comes in for Ghostwriter. I wonder why. It's an interesting time to call the GG when you kind of got I won't say an advantage, but you had, that was a small win you just picked up. I'm surprised you didn't keep playing there. But don't get me wrong. I mean, if we take a look at the scoreboard here, 20 more Vills for Tenfingertom. Again, that early game momentum. Grabbed onto it, did not let go. That was really great. 4,000 more resources collected for the Koreans. Really well played. I can tell I've had the military advantage, but this castle caught me by surprise. Yeah, that was a pretty good, a pretty good castle. Just to kind of claim a little bit of momentum. I am really surprised that they called the GG there, because I think that he could have. There's a world in which he maybe gets the kills here, clean some things up, and I guess he needed more stone. I suppose that's true. But does he have a market up? He does not have a market. The Siege Workshop. The second Siege Workshop. Yeah. Good stuff. That was a lot of fun. And Tenfingertom, who is, I guess, the only Tom with 10 fingers, hence the name, Tenfingertom. But Tenfingertom, kind of our point of view character in this adventure that we're going to go on. The Iron Kaiser gaming community. We're going to follow along with his games. Taking the series game 1. And if I understand, the way it works is you sort of gain points for winning the series 2-1. You would have gained more points if you had won all 3, because you got to play all 3 games. And let me really quickly make that official. But boom, 2-1 for Tenfingertom. So Ghostwriter's not out. He gets to play on, and we'll see, if he advances further in the bracket. But then after you go through the play series, if you have enough points, you then move on to the elimination rounds to see who eventually becomes champion of your bracket, which is the 10 bracket, if I remember correctly. If I remember right, it's 10. All right, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the casts, the games. This is the first part of a series for my YouTube community. One more time, some of this is going to be on YouTube, but if you want to catch all of the action that I'm going to be casting, you have got to follow me on Twitch at Iron Kaiser Gaming. So make sure that you're following me there. I cast random stuff all the time. Sometimes I just hang out and talk to people on Twitch. You're not going to know about it unless you follow me there on Iron Kaiser Gaming at Twitch. I think that's it for today's videos. YouTube, I'm signing off. Hope you all have a great one out there, and I will catch you guys later.